Well, hello and welcome to another exciting night of Panther basketball, live on OCA Media, your home for Panther sports. I am Luke Marx, along with my co-host Cole Krueger, bringing you another action-packed game only on OCA Media Sports. Tonight, your Panthers take on the Elkhorn Elks in a non-conference matchup. The Panthers start their season with a record of 1-2, and the Elks start their season 3-0. We would like to first thank our sponsors who help make this OCA Media broadcast possible with their generous support. The Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. The Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther sports. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. Oregon Area Cares Community Coalition. Parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. OregonAreaCares.org. Culvers of Oregon, Stoughton Health, Hy-Vee Grocery Stores, and by Pizza Pit. Tour Horse Insurance is once again our scoreboard sponsor this year. Tour Horse Insurance, specializing in personal, business, and life insurance. Locally owned since 1978. Well, now I can welcome in assistant coach and JV coach Brandon Blanke. A little pregame interview. Once again, you are back with those this year. Coach Blanke, congrats on the win just now in the JV game.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, you know, first question is, I know didn't watch that much Varsity Scout being the JV head coach, but what are you looking for tonight out of our guys to have a successful evening and to get it up?
It's going to come down to the defensive end once again, and it's going to be like that for a majority of our games. We're not super worried about our offense. We'll find open looks. It's just sticking to our keys and following the scout, and we'll be fine.
Who are you expecting for the Elks to be a big contributor for them?
10's going to be their best guy. Long forward, can really shoot it. Peyton Moore, solid player.
Yeah, and overall for the Elks starting their season 3, I know it's a 3 non-conference matchup. Of course, you go into every game looking for the dub, but yeah, overall for the Panthers, do you expect any single players to stand out tonight? Of course, Vaughn Carvela. Just overall, who do you expect to shine?
Well, Erfurth had his best half in the second half at Fort Atkinson. I expected him to take that and just keep climbing, keep getting better every single day. And then just guys that come in and play hard after that. We feel really good about who we got and that win and building that into more and more wins for us.
Well, I know Grant Walling finished that Fort Atkinson game with 8, his most point total of the season so far. Do you expect him to build off that, hopefully double digits here tonight?
Yeah, that'd be nice. We're hoping to get more 2s from Grant. He's shooting a lot of 3s right now, and for his size and frame, we think he can get to the free throw line, and he's a good free throw shooter who can knock them down. So we just want him to be confident going to the basket strong.
And now the big one I wanted to ask you is Mason Hoffer. Of course, you've coached him for quite a while, coaching JV2 last year. Now with him being a part of the JV squad and the varsity squad this year, of course, had a great game against Fort Atkinson late in the half, in half number 2 and into overtime and last Friday. Do you expect him to play a role here tonight?
I do. Mason's a good kid, man. We're a big fan of Mason, and he's battled some adversity this season so far, and he's handling it in stride, and we're super happy with how he's handling it, and I'm ready for him to have a big game again.
Well, I think myself and the fans, thank you for everything tonight. Of course, congrats to getting that JV wing. Let's go get one for the varsity.
Go Panthers. Thanks, Luke.
Well, now I can welcome in my co-host, Cole Krueger. Cole, my fellow, he's more of the analyzer than myself. Cole, what are you looking for tonight in tonight's game, keys to the game?
Well, Luke, the Panthers are 1-2 on the season to start, and they've really relied a lot on Vaughn Carvela. I look for the Panthers. They need to find a second scorer to complement Vaughn Carvela's game, because Vaughn Carvela is averaging 27 points per game, and the second highest is Henry Kreckman with just 7. So I want to see a couple Panthers possibly break out to complement the high scorer of Vaughn Carvela.
Yeah, of course, as me and Blanca talked about, we look to Mason Hoffer, Nick Jacob, guys like that, just young sophomores expected with a big role here on varsity. Are you looking for any of those guys to break out tonight? Yeah,
last time we were here, last Tuesday, Nicholas Jacob was shot 50% from 3, scored 9 points. Looking for him to get on the board a little bit more. And some guys like Grant Wolink, he's had a really strong year to start. A little quiet on the scoring, but he's done a lot on the defense side of the ball with rebounding, and he's also a really underrated passer who's able to find the open scorers. So I'm looking for a couple of those guys.
Well, of course, you mentioned Vaughn Carvela, of course, known for his offense, but also a great defender. I do believe I was talking to some of the fellas. He's going to draw a little bit of an easier matchup tonight, at least when he's on defense. So if that correlates to offensively, he's being guarded by a smaller player. That could correlate to a big total from him here tonight. Maybe a 30 ball we see again from Vaughn. Of course, that big game-winning layup he had last Saturday. And overall, hopefully this Panthers team can find their footing overall, improve that record back to 500 and get a win here at home.
Yeah, Luke, I agree. And another thing about Vaughn Carvela's game is that he's an underrated rebounder. I hate to say the word underrated because he's 6'6", but he's leading this team in rebounds as well, averaging 7 a night.
Yeah, and that's really been great to see from Vaughn, because a lot of these Panthers who we expected to step up in that game, the Panthers as a whole have not been a very good rebounding team this year. So being Vaughn, that he is our tallest contributing player, need him to do that each and every night. And of course, guys like him, Henry Kreckman and Vaughn Carvela, the big three up front, those three are going to have to be the guys finding the boards. This Elkhorn team, relatively well-sized, not overall huge, but they do have some size to their team. So we will see how they bring to the table when it comes to height, and how these Panthers match up offensively and defensively to combat the Elks and hopefully give them their first loss of the season. Well, just 2:22 to go here in before the game starts. Of course, Coach Blanc, he talked about Peyton Moore, the premier player for these Elks, the 6'4", 2-guard listed at. Cole, what do you have on him?
Actually, I do not have a lot on him. I do know he's a dynamic scorer, that can really stretch the floor. So it's going to be interesting to see who the Panthers put on him and how they're going to try to stop him tonight.
Yeah, Panthers, a lot of very good defenders, both boys and girls, as we've talked about plenty of times. These two teams are very well versed defensively, and as Coach Blanke talked about, that's exactly what he's looking for his boys to do tonight is play well on the defensive end. He was talking to me a little bit earlier before the broadcast about doing the little things. That's something the Panthers have not done a great job of so far this year, but they will look to do the little things tonight, shooting free throws, just getting in the right position offensively and defensively, running plays correctly, and overall, those little things can turn into one big thing, and that one big thing is a W on that Taurus Insurance scoreboard, and that's what we're going to look for here tonight. Both teams now kind of getting set to go over to their coaches. Elkhorn the first, Panthers just continuing to get loose as we see Vaughn Carvilla. Vaughn did take a visit to Wisconsin last Saturday when they hammered the Marquette Golden Eagles. Vaughn Carvilla absolutely getting looked at by some big programs. This Panthers should be very excited for his future and for the future of a program as a whole. While you're elsewhere in Oregon, the hockey team is taking on DeForest. We'll have live updates for you for that. And our girls basketball team looks to continue their undefeated season at Watertown tonight. So I will have updates for that as well. But now I will pass it over to our PA announcer, Mike Stapleman, returning on the PA mic for the first time this year on OCA Media Sports.
Matchup between the Elks from Elkhorn and your Oregon Panthers. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, to honor America, please rise if able, remove your hats, and join in singing our national anthem. Elkhorn High School, Oregon High School, and the WIAA required good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators in education-based interscholastic events. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or ethnic comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the said competition. On behalf of Oregon Athletic Director Rick Spencer-Rainey, good luck to all coaches and competitors. We hope everyone will enjoy tonight's event and the spirit of positive sportsmanship. We'd also like to extend a thank you to tonight's officials, Marquise Steeler, Bobby Reinhardt, and Zach Morley. Thank you for your continued efforts in supporting high school athletics. And now, here are your starting lineups. First, for the visitors from Elkhorn. Number 1, Trey Tuesday. Number 3, Carter Douglas. Number 5, Wyatt Kessler. Number 10, Peyton Moore.
the great Michael Stapleman, everybody. Well, an immediate update for you on that hockey game on the other OCA Media Live. It's 3-0 Panthers early. Just about 13 minutes into the first period, it is Panthers 3-0. That girls game just getting started over at Watertown, and the Panthers are ready to tip things off here at Oregon High School against the Elkhorn Elks. It'll be Carvilla doing the tip for Oregon, and it'll be Peyton Moore for Elkhorn. Ref's first whistle is up, and the tip is won by the Panthers. Ryan Dins controlling. Carvilla immediately inside, and a quick 2. Panthers on the board in just 6 seconds.
Going straight towards the rack, and Von Carvilla has done that all season.
Well, Panthers immediately on the defensive end now. Here's Wyatt Textador. He kicks to Carter Georgalis. Textador, corner, shot 3 is good. That one's buried by Trey Truesdale. Now Wallenk will bring it up for the Panthers. Calls a set. Screen comes past to Carvilla, just able to corral it. Now he's tipped, and that one will be stolen away. Back the other way come the Elk. It's Georgalis. Here's Georgalis swinging in Textador. Out of the corner, that's going to be Truesdale. Dump off here to Moore, guarded by Erfurth. Step through, jumper, no good. Rebound to Carvilla. Up ahead quickly to Walling. Walling will now slow down. He's guarded by Moore. Hand off to Erfurth. Nolan Erfurth working right, finds Carvilla. And yes, he's just guarded by Wyatt Textador, who's only about 6 feet tall, a much smaller defender on Carvilla. Grant, step through right hand, no good. Wide left, and back come the Elks, up 1 on the Taurus Insurance scoreboard. Kreckman inside. Turnaround. Texador is good in the way, or should I say the mid-range turnaround. Kreckman the other way. Here's Dins. Corner tray ball is good. Ryan Dins answers for Oregon.
Kreckman had Erfurt cutting underneath the basket, but finds a wide open Ryan Dins. He's not going to miss many of those.
Dins makes the Elks pay. Elkhorn got to do a better job in transition defensively. Here is Truesdale. That one's tipped away by Wallenk. Back the other way it comes. Now Wallenk, corner, good look, finds Kreckman on the cut, finds Carvilla, fouled. Block. So no shot there, it'll just be Panther ball under the basket. Could have had Von Carvilla for an easy slam.
The foul is on Smith. His first, Elkhorn's first.
Goes over top to Kreckman. Quick dump off to Wallenk. Finds Dins. Dins drives, baseline, loses, goes to Erfurth, and that one's out of bounds. Off of Dins. Couldn't quite wrap it around with enough pace, and it will go to Elkhorn.
And that's what the Panthers have struggled with to start the season. Just a lot of sloppy play and sloppy turnovers, and it's costed them throughout the season thus far.
Especially in offensive sets, they've done better in transition, but unfortunately for them, that's going to be a Carter Georgalis 3, the 5'6" guard out of Elkhorn. Knocks that one down. Here's Wallenk, controls top of the key. He'll drive inside, finds a cutting crack.
And that's the passing ability of Grant Wallenk, a very good passer for a big man.
5 assists last Friday against Fort Atkinson. Here's Georgalis. Shot 3, looking good, no good from Texador. Back the other way, it's Carvilla, quickly in transition. Another find to Kreckman. Kreckman almost traveled, got to be careful. They go to Dins, now it's Carvilla in the corner. Dump off to Wallenk, finds Kreckman again. Extra pass to Erfurth. Erfurth inside, left hand, soft touch. As you said, great finish from Erfurth on the soft touch off the glass.
Nolan Erfurth has not had the start of his sophomore season that he wanted, and he is looking to kind of start things up.
Texador swings to Georgalis, now the dump to Moore. It's Peyton Moore, finds a wide open Georgalis. He drives inside, Kreckman the rejection. It's going to happen a lot.
Kreckman's a full foot taller than Georgalis, and he sent that thing back.
Yeah. Zach Paulus and Carson Anneman in the game. Grant Wallenk and Ryan Dins will take a seat. First time tonight, couple subs. 14:33 on the Taurus Insurance scoreboard. It's 9-8 Panthers. Well, inbounds pass here quickly. Screen comes. Flashing open is Moore. No good. Might have thought he was fouled. Erfurth getting out of transition. Panthers, it'll be Kreckman to bring it up. Kreckman plays center, but definitely has guard skills. Big growth spurt over the last course of the year. Here's Erfurth, finds him, wide open there, the baseline. Good finish from the block with the right hand backwards. And
Nolan Erfurth is one of the guys that needs to step up for this Panthers team. He's getting the start here. He's just a sophomore. He's struggled to start the year.
draws the matchup against the best player on Elkhorn. 0 for 2 so far from the field. That'll be a offensive foul. Nolan Erfurth doing a great job containing Peyton Moore so far. Known for his defense, Nolan Erfurth tends to draw that tough matchup and has done a great job so far. Ooh, Hanneman tried to force a pass. George Ellis almost steals that one, but it'll go out of bounds off him. Couldn't control it. A little Jose Alvarado there. Kreckman now will get the inbounds. He goes to Palace. There we go. 4 out, 1 in with Carvala. Here's Erfurth. Screen comes. Carvala flashes for 3. Jab step, drive. Carvala, right hand is good. Gone. Carvala unstoppable from the paint. Finishes. Carvala tips that one. Out in transition. We see a slam. Oh! Misses off rim. Back the other way come the Elks. Kreckman in the air. George Ellis, a good jab step there. Now the drive from Moore. Finishes, air ball. Now to transition again. It's Erfurth this time. He'll finish with the right. He's blocked. Good recovery there from Truesdale. Wide open 3. It's Texador. Already 1 for 1. He's 2 for 2 now. And the missed Carvala dunk at transition. Looming big for the Panthers. Hanneman wide open 3 ball. Just missed, and a foul will go against Palace. Line change here for the Elks as everyone subs out for them, I believe. Yeah, line change for him. Here comes Nick Jacob for the Panthers. He's gonna come into the game. Check that, he wanted him to check in. Yep, there we go. Checks in for Erfurth. Earns his first rest of the night.
Nolan Erfurth had a great first shift, as you may say. 2 buckets. Great job on the defensive side, containing Elkhorn's best player.
Peyton Moore, 0 points in his first shift. Unlike him, speaks to the great job defensively from Erfurth. In the corner, Kreckman will defend. They dump off inside. Loose ball, Carvala will corral. Here comes Vaughn, back the other way. Finds Kreckman. Kreckman behind the back, opens Hanneman. He'll go inside, finds Jacob in the corner. Jacob comfortable in the corner, misses the 3. Hanneman the rebound, finds Kreckman.
Pass.
Great pass. Another Jacob 3. This time is short, and this time the rebound goes to Elkhorn. That's number 0, Thaden Forster. Here's LeBron Jordan. Jab, step, kicks. Finds Owen Paddock. Paddock the handoff, drive. Braden Meinl shot is no good. Carvala tips it. This time it goes ahead to Jacob again. Jacob hands to Carvala. Carvala gonna go baseline, finds Jacob, another look from 3. Nick Jacob. This time it's good. Nick Jacob can't leave him wide open 3 times. He's gonna burn you. LeBron Jordan, guarded by Carvala. Kicks to Paddock. Paddock now Meinl. Again, it's Jordan. Jordan jab step, dump off inside. Palace the defense, spinning. Fall away mid-range is no good. Kreckman the rebound. Panthers doing a great job so far. 0 offensive rebound from the Elks. Kreckman drives, kicks. Palace, good look from 3 is good. Zach Palace and the Panthers find themselves up 8 on the Tourist Insurance scoreboard. Big shot, big make from Zach Palace.
Panthers are doing a great job from 3. They're just shooting just 22% from 3 this year. Great to see them off to a fantastic start from beyond the arc.
Here's Jordan, draws the matchup from Carvala. Kick, shot 3, no good there from the Elks. Kreckman the rebound, or I should say Carvala the rebound, up to Kreckman. Finds Hanneman wide open 3, no good. Good look from Carson, can't make it count. LeBron Jordan back the other way for Elkhorn. Kick to Jordan, low. Lost the dribble, gets it back. Jordan working on Carvala. Finds a good look from 3 and knocking it down. That's Braden Meinl. Cuts a lead to 5. Here's Pallas. Zach Pallas finds Kreckman. Panthers up 5. 10-12 to go. Carvala inside, spinning. Fall away midi off glass, no good. Meinl the rebound. A little too strong for Carvala there. Couple subs wait for the Panthers. It's Wallink and Erfurth looking to check in. Next ball stoppage. Here's Paddock. Hands. Good look there. Too strong off glass. Rebound to Hanneman. Hanneman up to Kreckman. Kreckman in transition. Finds Pallas. Pallas with the right. Not a great shot there from Zach Pallas. And back the other way. Here's a lay. Is good. There's.
Panthers just need to slow things down. They're getting too fast. Too fast.
Got to get back into rhythm here. It's Pallas. Elkhorn's cut the lead to 3 now. Was 8 just a couple of seconds ago. Kreckman to Carvala. Carvala dials up the 3, no good, and that rebound going to go to Nick Jacob offensively. Jacob will find Kreckman. Panthers trying to work something here. Kreckman wants Carvala. Instead gives to Pallas. Pallas going to try a 3. No good. Rebound number 4 there for Elkhorn, an unlisted player. Carvala wanted a big block. Good jab step getting him in the air, and an air ball. But an offensive rebound for Owen Paddock. Shot 3, LeBron Jordan. No good. Rebound there to number 4 for Elkhorn. It's give to Jordan. Jordan works the corner. Now he'll hand to Meinl. Shot 3 there. No good. Paddock missed. Meinl the offensive board misfouled on the way up. Braden Meinl doing a good job at just 5'11".
And
Couple of rebounds.
Sorry, Luke. The lack of size is just apparent there. I don't know if that was 4 or 5 opportunities for Elkhorn. Now they're going to get rewarded with free throws.
That they are. Meinl, however, misses the first. Here comes a couple subs. It's Hoffer for his first shift. Wallink and Erfurth back in. Carvala gets a rest. Hanneman gets a rest. And Nick Jacob also gets a rest.
Mason Hoffer started the year playing half on JV, half on varsity. I believe tonight is the first night he's full varsity.
Did play the first half of JV.
Correction. My mistake.
Soon, though, he will be full-time varsity is what it sounds like, just so you know. Giving him a couple more JV looks. As soon as he gets more than about 10 minutes in that rotation, he will be full-time varsity for sure. Here's Erfurth. Good pass to Pallas. Pallas passes up the 3. Finds Hoffer. Hoffer, a comfortable shooter. Goes to Kreckman. Kreckman loses Jordan. Blocking foul. Carvala back in very quickly. And Caden Dixon into the game for the first time. Kreckman and Pallas. Here is Carvala just taking 2 or 3 seconds off. Carvala loses. Now loses Jordan. Finds Wallink. Pass a little too hot. Erfurth will corral. Double team comes. That is a travel for Erfurth.
Once again, just another sloppy turnover for this Panther offense. They just need to cut those down.
Panthers now only up 2 on the Elks. It is 19-17 Tourist Insurance scoreboard. LeBron Jordan gonna work left corner, finds Meinl. Meinl wants to find a pass, has Hoffer on it, number 30 against number 30. Dumps to number 4. Drive on Erfurth. Not an easy thing to do on a good defender like Nolan. Meinl finds Jordan. Jordan thought about the 3. Wallink slips, misses the 3. Rebound contested. And number 4 lost it there. Caden Dixon battling in a foul. Caden Dixon, a very gritty player for these Panthers, just very active with those hands, will not let an Elkhorn player get a good grip on the basketball.
He's a little undersized, and he plays bigger than his frame, I should say. Plays a lot down low, gets a lot of boards, and you can see that right there on display.
Wallink flashes now. Finds Paddock on him. Dump to Dixon. Dixon inside to Erfurth, wide open, gets Jordan in the air and finishes. LeBron Jordan a bit too aggressive, leaves Erfurth open. Panthers back up 4. Here is Paddock, works left, finds Meinl. Meinl driving inside. Hofford, good defense, good recovery and a rebound to Wallink. Wallink ahead to Dixon. Dixon in transition, picks his dribble up, finds Erfurth. Erfurth right back to Dixon. We'll try a three. No good, and LeBron Jordan the rebound for Elkhorn. Not Dixon's shot, however, I do respect the look. Caden Dixon all over the place there with LeBron Jordan just getting in the way of the pass. Dixon, a very active basketball player. It's Jordan. Mid-range jumper is good. LeBron Jordan gets on the board. Now back the other way, it's Wallenk. 2-point lead for the Panthers. Dixon catches, finds Wallenk. Flashes open now. Attempts to find a pass. Wallenk can use his dribble, should he choose to. No, goes to Erfurth, not a Hoffer. Jab step has Meinl all over him, not a Carvala. Wallenk, a good spot up, look in the corner. Can Carvala find him? Inside, Carvala's fouled. Hits the deck, right back up. Other line change coming for Elkhorn. 5 new subs. Elkhorn, both times they have subbed it, it's been 5 for 5. A very non-typical way to sub, but these Elks are a non-typical team. Carvala's front end did not do great from the line against Fort Atkinson. Knocks through the first nonetheless. Line change here for the Elks.
Luke, I don't think there's been another player fouled more than Vaughn Carvala in the entire state. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, no, Vaughn has shot right around 75 free throws already, if I had to guess, in just 4 games of basketball, which is an absurd number. He shot more than 20 against Stoughton. He shot about 20 on Friday night, and he's already shot 2 tonight early. However, has not been fouled that much so far tonight. Taking a blocking foul on just his first free throws of the night. Dump off inside. The right-hand lay is no good. Wallenk, no foul called. Tried to save it, was Erfurth. Instead, he saves it to an Elkhorn player. Right inside, no good in the finish. Isaiah Lomax looks to be about 6'7" or 6'8". That one will go off of Hoffer, I believe, out of bounds. Nope, they get a shooting foul. Hoffer will shoot 2. Crackman awaiting, attempting to sub here. As well as Noah Lazowski will get his first minutes in the night. Hoffer, the front end is no good. 2 subs for the Panthers as Erfurth and Carvala, the 2 sophomores, take a seat for 2 seniors. Second now for Hoffer. Will fall, and Panthers make that lead to 4 again. Back come the Elks. Wallenk, good switch. Great ball pressure there from Wallenk. Now it's Lomax. Just will try a 3. Straight away, no good. Rebound contested, battled for it. It'll go to the Elks, and a good lay finish there for the long-sleeved man. That is number 33, Hunter Hansen. Double H's. Wallenk attempting the inside, stolen away by Hansen. Elkhorn a chance to tie it up in this possession for the first time since very early in the game. Crackman will kick that one out of bounds. It'll stay with the Elks. Dins, Carvala checking in. Hoffer, Dixon will take a seat.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Luke, but I believe Elkhorn has emptied their entire bench so far already.
I believe, yes, they have. They've played 15 different players. 3 different 5-man shifts. A very, as I said earlier, obscure way to sub. You almost never see 15-man rotations like all play in the first half. I mean, you almost never see 15-man rotations play, period. And like, first half is just an absurd thing to see. But wide open lay there in transition is missed by the Elks. Probably should have been a foul on Hansen. However, goes uncalled, and here's Dins wide open 3 in transition, no good. Rebound to Hunter Hansen for the Elks. Back the other way as Emilio Paulos finds Lomax, and Lomax fouled by Lazowski. It'll be 2 free throws for Isaiah Lomax. No height listed for Lomax, however, I can tell you he's a junior, but I would certainly say he's about 6'8", especially with that hair of his. Front end for Lomax. Those pink shoes is good. Nick Jacob will check in. He'll take Lazowski out of the game. Panthers going to get a couple of their high-minute guys back into the game for these last couple of minutes of the half. Lomax knocks them both through comfortably. Wallenk will play the point for the Panthers, guarded by Hunter Hansen, who's an active defender. Seen that so far. Screen comes, now the give is to Wallenk. Hansen all over him. Wallenk in trouble, goes to Kreckman in the corner. Now dumps it off, and Wallenk never saw it. That one, though, will go out of the hands. Oh, it'll stay with Elkhorn. I think that one went off of Emiliano Paulos, but the refs think differently. Might have had a tough angle. Here is Paulos, guarded by Dins. He'll go to Lomax, dump off inside to Hansen. Ball fake, kick to Lomax. He'll drive with the right hand off glass, and Elkhorn has the lead for the first time tonight. But Carvala in transition will slam it. Vicious dunk for Carvala. Raise the roof.
He missed the first dunk, but he was not missing that one. Throwing it down with authority.
Comfortable two-hand jam. Lomax airballs. Wallenk ahead in transition. Lomax, no block. And a timeout. Panthers, they get the lead back very quickly. 2 transition finishes for the Panthers will find them ahead on the Taurus Insurance scoreboard. Before we continue, I'd like to remind you if your organization would like to join our family of sponsors whose donations help make Panther sports possible, please contact and email Paul at ocamedia.com for more information. Well, Cole, the first time out of the game comes with just 3:30 in the first half. A very quick first half for how low scoring it has been, but certainly an exciting half.
Yeah, I agree, Luke. I feel like the Panthers are almost rushing themselves on offense a little too much. A lot of sloppy turnovers. Once again, it's been like that to start the year. And I feel like over the last couple of minutes, Elkhorn's starting to really settle into their offense and been able to get some good shots up and some quick buckets. And as you saw, I believe they were trailing by 8 at one point, and now all the way down to 2, and even took the lead for a second there.
It was 18-11, and since then it has been a 14-9 Elkhorn run to draw them within 2. Still that same 5 we just saw, so no line change coming for the Elks. Panthers with the same 5 out there too. Here's Paulos. Give this to Lomax. Lomax drives on Wallenk, pulls the mid-range, travels.
That is the 3rd or 4th shot that Lomax has taken that has just not been a good shot, and he has been off so far.
Somehow miraculously put it in the bottom of the basket, but it wasn't a good take. Oh, Dins loses. Gets on top of it. Great play by Dins, but that's going to be over and back. Wallenk catches just behind the halfway line.
Ryan Dins got down and dirty there, but it was not enough to stop the sloppy turnover from happening.
Just couldn't handle the pass from Kreckman. Dump it off to Lomax. Wallenk done a good job defending him. Another mid-range pull-up, again misses. Lomax.
Not a lot of good looks from him.
Taking a lot of shots. Nick Jacob in transition, fires a 3 and misses. That's his shot, just can't find the bottom of the basket. He's 1 for 4 from 3 so far. Paulos again will control the ball. He'll find Hansen. Hansen to Paulos. Jab step. Gets into the air. Won't shoot. Hunter Hansen fall away off glass. No good. Wallenk to rebound.
The last couple Elkhorn possessions have just ended with really bad shots.
Carvala going to try the 3. Almost airballed that one. Just banks hard off of that glass. Shot 3. Carvala blocking the 3 ball. Gets very elevated and blocked Evan Aller.
The athleticism from Vaughn Carvala on display. He can really do it all, Luke.
Lomax will inbound here for the Elks. Again, 2-point Panther lead. No points since the timeout. Lomax was going to set a screen. Instead, the pass came. Now the pass is to Lomax. He'll give to Hansen. Aller flashed open. Hansen didn't give it to him. A baseline drive. Spinning. It's ring hand. They go through the baseline, finding a Lomax. He'll dump off inside to Hansen. Turnaround J is good, and this game is tied. Here's Kreckman bringing it ahead. He finds Carvala. Carvala puts it on the ground, finds Dins, will not give. That one's tipped out of bounds, staying with Oregon, but I believe it was Lomax tipping it out of bounds. Ryan Dins inbounds to Wallank. Wallank, a quiet night so far. Has yet to score, I believe. Here's Kreckman, finds Jacob. Shot three is good. Nick Jacob, big three. I believe Cole's about to correct me here. I think Grant has gotten the ball in the basket. Does have 2 points. Shot three there is no good from Ringhand. Kreckman corrals the rebound. Hansen all over him. Goes uncalled. Ahead to Dins. Dins able to get that one, and this time, instead of a turnover, it's a Ryan Dins basket. Panthers back up 5.
Elkhorn has had the same group of 5 out for a while now. They're starting to get tired, it seems.
Hansen, another fall away. No good to Carvala. These Panthers are fresh. Ahead to Kreckman. Will he finish? He will. Hansen does not jump with him, and now it's a 7-point lead. Elkhorn may need a timeout, may just leave these guys out to dry here before the end of the half. They do have one sub. Peyton Moore is intending to check in. Here's Carvala. Transition this time. Does not miss! Vaughn Carvala.
Only Vaughn Carvala.
Couple Panthers in the air there. It's Palos. Shot three's no good. Rebound to Hansen. No foul there. That was a very clear foul by Kreckman.
All over him.
Not called. Finds Jacob. Jacob, jab step. Elks wanted to travel, goes uncalled. Here's Kreckman, gonna finish with the left. Great move to get around Lomax, can't get the basket. Panthers still up 7 after the ferocious Carvala slam. My goodness, that was a heck of a dunk. If I could use other words on the air, I would. It's Carvala defending the three and no good. And the Panthers go into the half up 7 after a big Vaughn Carvala half as always. I mean, you expect nothing less
Who
from
else
number
but
24.
Vaughn Carvala, Luke?
You're darn right, Cole. It is the #1 prospect on this Panther basketball team, Vaughn Carvala. A great start. And we will send you to halftime here on OCA Media Sports, your home for Panther sports. Well, welcome back in for half number 2 here on OCA Media Sports as the Panthers take on the Elkhorn Elks. This OCA Media Sports exclusive broadcast is once again made possible with the generous support of our sponsors, the Village of Oregon, a great place to live, work, and play. The Oregon School District, actively building competency, character, culture, and community. The Oregon Athletic Booster Club, doing great things for all Panther athletes. Your membership dues directly support our student athletes. Consider becoming a booster today. Oregon Area Cares Community Coalition. Parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. OregonAreaCares.org. And by Culver's of Oregon, Stoughton Health, and your local pizza pit. A big thank you once again to Torhorst Insurance, our scoreboard sponsor for Panther basketball this season. Torhorst Insurance, specializing in personal, business, and life insurance, locally owned since 1978. Support from local businesses like Torhorst Insurance help OCA Media provide you with quality programming like this. Please consider becoming a sponsor of OCA Media programming. Visit our website for more information at www.ocamedia.com. Well, Cole, an exciting first half to say the least, especially that last couple of minutes, that Carvilla slam and a great transition finish. What are you thinking so far?
Well, Luke, thanks for that. Well, Luke, the Panthers have done a great job in transition up to this point. They've shot the ball pretty well. I want to see them continuing to do well in transition, continue to put up threes, as they've been making them, which has not been the story for the first 3 games prior to. And another thing is just eliminate the turnovers. Turnovers has killed them up to this point. And for Elkhorn, they're running this weird 5-man rotation. It's going to be interesting to see what they do here to start the second half. And Peyton Moore has not been a factor, so it's going to be interesting to see how Elkhorn will try to find a way to get him involved.
Welcome back, basketball fans, of the Elkhorn ball to start the second half.
Well, Panthers, 8 minutes to go in the second half, in the second period of that hockey game. It's 8-1 already. Panthers up huge. Well, Elkhorn will start the half off here, but just before they do, we can check in on that girls game and see that it is at halftime right now. Can't tell you the score of that one, but I'm sure it's a good one so far. Dump off here, now the kick. Good look from 3, back to that starting rotation for Elkhorn. I don't know if you can even call it a starting rotation with these weird. And here is Moore, misses. Second is no good. Free throw is coming. Peyton Moore just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Panthers have done a great job of just seeing him up and forcing him into tough situations. He's put up some tough shots, just have not found the bottom of the basket.
Say that again, Cole. Here's Peyton Moore. Front end is good. Finally into the scorebook. Second free throw now for Moore. Will also fall, comfortable from the line. Wallenk flashing open. George Alice will bring pressure for the Elks. Now will fall in place defensively. Here's Wallenk, has her dribble, finally uses it. Loses out of bounds, Grant Wallenk. Unfortunate possession for him.
And that's what I'm talking about, just the bad turnovers. That was not forced by Elkhorn, it was just miscommunication by the Panthers. Once again, shooting themselves in the foot.
Now here again come the Elk. Dins on the defense of Ringhand, who was not in this rotation to start, so switching it up. Neither was Thaden Foster. This time Foster will get to the hoop. I do now have an update. The Oregon girls up 28-6 at the half. Here's Erfurth, blocked away by Thaden Forster. In the corner, Moore can't keep it in. Erfurth tips it. Forster will corral. Looks like just now, finally, Elkhorn going with a different rotation. They get their guys that actually should be in the game, Very interesting. They wait till halftime to do that, but There, a turnover from the Elks as Wallenk will corral. Got to get it ahead. George Alice is just being very active so far, all over the place for these Elks. Much smaller defender, much more energy. Here is Erfurth working on George Alice. Tries to find Carvala on the cut and the turnover. Not a good pass there from Nolan Erfurth. Here is George Alice. He drives on Carvala. Carvala blocks that one off the backboard, I'm pretty sure. Here's Wallenk inside with the left hand and a soft touch.
Great finish in transition. That's a highlight of their first half. Great transition ball movement, and there it is on display again.
Wallenk now with 6 points. George Alice. That is a tough matchup for him with a 6'6" long Carvala and a full foot difference. Kreckman, that'll be out of bounds. Missed there, I believe that was Jacob Ringhand. Zach Pallas will check in here. Let's see, he'll take the place of Wallenk. Pallas will inbound here to Carvala. Back to Pallas now. Pallas will bring it ahead. He's guarded by Paddock, loses the ball. George Alice ahead will finish with the right. George Alice playing a little Jose Alvarado there.
3 bad turnovers to start the half and make that 4, never mind.
Panthers bailed out by a timeout. George Alice all over the place and making Zach Pallas uncomfortable, who has clearly not shown an ability to dribble the basketball so far in this shift. Has done a good job of it so far tonight and throughout this season, but unfortunately just now, these last couple possessions, has shown an inability to do so. Kreckman will inbound. It looks like the same 5 for the Panthers, as can be said with the Elks. However, Nolan Erfurth will be the one to receive. Instead, it is actually Carvala. Zach Pallas was already ahead in the front court. Here's Kreckman with Moore on him. Moore will play some good defense. Kreckman got a dump off inside to Pallas. Pallas, ooh, a little bit of an elbow thrown. Here's Erfurth, now Carvala. Carvala, that one saved by Dins. Great eyes by Ryan Dins. Dins with Ringhand on him. He finds Pallas to the corner. It's Erfurth. Erfurth wants Carvala. Instead goes to Kreckman. Kreckman inside. Step through. Loses. Staying with Oregon. Panthers might have got a little lucky there. I think that one did go off of Kreckman.
Yeah, I was going to say, look, it looked like it pretty blatantly went off Kreckman. Panthers able to stick with the basketball.
Sub for Oregon. Nick Jacob in for Ryan Dins. And an offensive foul, unfortunately. Jacob runs through Thaden Forster. Here comes Caden Dixon to quickly sub. He'll take Pallas out. They did actually get it on Pallas, not Jacob. So Zach Pallas not exactly the start he wanted in half number 2. Here is George Alice. No subs yet for the Elk. He finds Ringhand. Back to George Alice with Carvala on him. Dump off inside. That's a drive by George Alice and an ugly finish there. The rebound, Panthers do get it. Now Kreckman will go ahead to Carvala. Carvala, size up, inside. Soft touch, right hand. It's a great job by Carvala not going through Thaden Forster. He's had a couple times this year charges called on him for when he rises up, goes to the defender. This time, however, the soft touch floater keeps him off the foul. There's a dump off inside and a offensive foul. It went out of bounds, actually. Unlucky there for the Elk. Caden Dixon in the inbound here. George Alice coming. Here's Carvala, drive inside, kick. Kreckman, good look, passes it up, finds a step through now. He does regain after losing. Now Carvala leaves his defender behind. Another attempted charge, tried to take by Moore, and Carvala, the very tough finish with the right.
Elkhorn just does not have an answer for him as he starts off 2 for 2 to start the half.
Skill beyond his years. Vaughn Carvala, a very smart play offensively there, again avoiding the charge. Here's the drive and an ugly finish by Forster. Not even close. Kreckman ahead, goes past Forster, loses and a turnover. Kreckman seemingly not doing his best job with the basketball. Handoff here, Moore, shot 3, no good. Rebound contested, will go to George Alice for Elkhorn. He'll kick out some more, stepping into another 3. Moore again is short. Another offensive rebound, this time to Ringham, now to George Alice. George Alice with Dixon on him. Dixon, good hands. George Alice spinning, no good. Dixon the rebound. It's a good job by George Alice there. Unfortunately, could not finish.
Panthers have been lucky that Peyton Moore has been off tonight.
Erfurth, wide open 3-ball, no good. Ringham the rebound, and back the other way comes George Alice. He dribbles inside, can't finish with the right, but an offensive rebound and a finish for Thaden Forster. 42-37 on that Tourist Insurance scoreboard. Here's Carvala, he'll give to Kreckman. Kreckman with George Alice on him. George Alice tips. And he goes to Carvala. Elkhorn fans wanted an offensive foul. Don't get it. Here's Carvala. Carvala inside, size up. Can't get the finish, but 2 free throws coming for Vaughn.
Well, Carter George Alice has just been a menace on defenses so far tonight. Just trying to get in between the passing lanes. It's been a menace one-on-one with a lot of the Panthers scorers.
Subs waiting for both sides. The front end from Carvala will fall. Erfurth takes a seat, as well as Thaden Forster, and that is Jacob Ringham in for them. It is Braden Meinl and Isaiah Lomax. Much taller lineup now for Elkhorn, other than George Alice. Here is George Alice, bringing it the other way for the Elks. He hands off to Moore. Moore sizes up on Hoffer. Give this to George Alice. Dump off inside, spinning. Kick out to George Alice, sizes up Carvala. Steps through, finds Moore, who steps through himself. Loses Hoffer in the air and finishes from the mid-range. It's a good move by Peyton Moore.
And he has not been on tonight. He finally gets another one to drop there.
Here's Carvala with Meinl on him. Shot is good. I should say Owen Paddock on him, but Carvala doesn't care if you're on him or if you're not. Knocks down the 3. Here's Moore, kick to George Alice. Swing is to Lomax, inside to Moore. Can't handle the pass. Gives it to Carvala. They're in transition, 5-on-4, but a bad pass will stay with Oregon. Iffy play there by the Panthers. Got lucky. Timeout Oregon. It's an 8-point game. I should say timeout Elkhorn, actually. 8-point game. Just under 11 to go. Interesting start to the first half here, or second half here. Here is Jacob. Will inbound for the Panthers. Goes up top for Kreckman. Dump off. Carvalho loses out of bounds. Going the other way.
Once again, another bad turnover by the Panthers that was not inflicted by the Elks, just off themselves.
Kreckman would have had an easy 2 there. Kick to the corner. It is Lomax, tipped by Kreckman. Back in transition come Oregon. It's Jacob. Loses the defender, and now they find Hoffer. Hoffer loses Lomax. Back to Hoffer. In the air, a couple defenders. Hoffer, and that's a turnover. Another costly turnover for Oregon. Just can't get anything going in transition this half. Moore, not close. And a bad miss there by Owen Paddock. Carvalho, don't even think he got anything on that.
Yeah, Peyton Moore just has not been himself tonight. He has struggled, and he does not have a lot of points to say for it.
Here's Jacob. He goes to the corner, spins to Kreckman. Kreckman works left. Hoffer cuts baseline. The give is to Dixon. Clock now under 10 to go. Panthers lead by 8. Hoffer steps out. Wide open 3-0. Good. Rebound, George Alice. Here is Paddock. Fouled. Let's see who they give it to. They give it to Dixon, I believe. Check Hoffer, they give it to. Couple subs ready to check back in for Oregon. Grant Wallenk has not been in since he subbed out just 2 minutes into the half. Now he does come back in. Here's LeBron Jordan for Elkhorn, takes the place of George Allison. For the Panthers, Kreckman, Dixon, and Hoffer take a seat. Dins, Erfurth, and Wallenk check back in. I very much like this 5-man for Oregon right here. Both free throws good for Moore. Lead cut to 6. Wallenk will bring it up for Oregon. It's Wallenk, gives to Erfurth. Moore attempts to steal. Now Erfurth works. Here's Wallenk in the corner. Wallenk inside, gives up to Dins, finds Carvalho. Wide open 3-ball, no good. Off back iron, Lomax the rebound. Panthers struggling right now. LeBron Jordan inside, and a foul against, I believe, Wallenk on the push. They do give to Dins. I don't know why LeBron Jordan thought that was a shooting foul. I mean, the ball wasn't even in his hands anymore when they called the foul. Here comes Carson Hanneman quickly to check in. He'll take the place of Nick Jacob. Here is LeBron Jordan, finds Lomax. Lomax dump off inside, that's Moore. Moore follow away, Nitty, no good.
Once again, this one.
Hanneman the rebound, but tries to force a pass. Lomax misses the easy 2. Peyton Moore will be fouled on the way up. And Panthers a costly turnover. I'm guessing Hanneman's going to take a seat. Zach Powell's quickly checking in.
Well, look, I was going to say another bad take by Peyton Moore. I don't know if he's made these shots in the past, but he has not taken a lot of high-quality shots today. And he's missed almost every single shot he's put up.
Well, he has been money from the free throw line, I'll say that at least. And yeah, Hanneman will go right back to the bench after a turnover. Zach Pallas back into the game. Second free throw here for Moore, who I'm pretty sure has been perfect from the line so far. Continues that.
Panthers need to get something going here, Luke. They've had a scoring drought.
I believe Carvalho has yet to come out in the second half. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Carvalho working inside is absolutely fouled. Oh, they get an offensive foul. Wow, I don't like the call.
I don't like the call either, Luke.
I think he was fouled plenty before he got into Moore.
He was smothered by a couple Elks down in the paint, and yet he's the one that gets called.
Well, back comes LeBron Jordan for the Elks. He dumps off to Moore. Erfurth sizing him up, and that one's stolen by Carvala. He is fouled by Owen Paddock. Erfurth will come to inbound, or to receive the inbound, I should say, and Moore will guard. Erfurth with Moore, who's much bigger. Tips that one, does not quite get a full hand on it. Now they go to Walling. Walling with Lomax on him. Good cut from Carvala. Oh my goodness. Tried to put Peyton Moore on a poster. Fouled on the way up. Peyton Moore, very lucky there. That would have been in a highlight tape, to say the least.
And that play was set up by Grant Walling. Another great pass down to Von Carvala.
I was ready to get quite loud on this microphone. Carvala puts the front one through. Breck will check in for Dins. George Alice into the game for, that is Meinl. Man, I wanted to see him put that one down.
Same here, Luke. He's just been jumping through the gym tonight, and that one would have been absolutely electric.
Well, knocks them both through, so 2 points regardless. Back the other way come the Elks with LeBron Jordan. He'll hand it to George Alice. George Alice works on Carvala. Steps out, looks for a three, now passes up to Jordan. Working inside, that'll be a travel, absolutely, from LeBron Jordan. Carvala, good defense, just sizing him up. Greckman will inbound. More of a press style here from the Elks.
It's slightly been working. They've been able to force a couple turnovers for the Panthers by using this press.
Here's Wallang. Jab step from Kreck, who brings it across the half court. Wide open corner three. Carvala passes it up. Step through on LeBron Jordan. He loses it. And back come the Elks. Kreckman might have waited half a second too long to give that one to Kreckman, who had a wide open three. The drive, spin, Moore, fall away, no good again. Another miss from Moore, who has been very comfortable taking these fall away middies, and I don't think he's made a single one.
Yeah, no, he's been really off tonight. Panthers have done a great job defending him.
Hand off to Carvala. He'll spin on George Alice. Jordan tips that one away again. LeBron Jordan hyped up as the Elks come back on offense. They go to Moore. Now a good look from Paddock. His three is good. And the Elks back within three. It is 49-46 on the Toro Horse Insurance scoreboard.
Von Carvala and LeBron Jordan have had some choice words for each other over the last couple of minutes. And there's another great defensive play by LeBron Jordan.
Walling fouls Jordan. Lomax put back dunk over his own teammate, misses it. And Jordan will go to the line.
LeBron Jordan has done an absolutely incredible job defending Von Carvala over the last few minutes, forcing a few turnovers.
Very active defender. Front end from Jordan will go. Lead down to 2. Sub here is Forster for Lomax. Second here from Jordan is no good. Big miss there, had a chance to get the lead to 1.
And Luke, it feels as though the Panthers should be up by a lot more, but yet only hold a 2-point lead.
That is correct. Here's Palace. Give and go for Walling. Palace cuts baseline. They go to Carvala. Kicks to Kreckman. Kreckman drives, spinning inside. Good. Oh. Kreckman cannot quite get the finish, but a nifty attempt there will give him 2 free throws. Caden Dixon awaits to check in here. Let's see who he takes out. Front end from Kreck to put the Panthers back up 3 is no good. He takes Palace out.
Henry Kreckman has done a fairly good job this year so far. He's been put in to he's been asked to do a lot by Coach Siebert, playing center and more of a guard last year off the bench.
Two misses there from Kreckman. Dixon trying to get the rebound, cannot come up with it. Owen Paddock subbed out of the game there. And then for the first time then it is Aiden Smith, the forward, with just 6:20 to go in the game. The only Elk who had not played so far was Aiden Smith, and now he finds himself in the game with 6 to go in a 2-point game. The Elks very interesting with their subs. Erfurth's tipped that one. All over with more. Here is Smith. That one is blocked away by Kreckman. Or at least Smith has not been in this game in quite a while. I'll tell you that much. Dump off to Carvala. Carvala, another attempted poster, gets his own rebound and puts it back. Good block by Forster, but does not prevent Vaughn Carvala from getting the bucket. Here's George Alice, goes to Forster now. A little two-man game between the duo. Dump off to Smith, now finds George Alice. He works inside. That is not the shot you want George Alice taking. Wallink ahead in transition, finds Carvala. Carvala cannot get the bucket, but Erfurth trying to take the steal away from Aiden Smith. That's a great play by Grant Wallink, unselfishly. Did not have a good look. Wallink tips that one out of bounds. Good block. Wallink unselfishly passing up the uncomfortable lay, and Carvala could not quite reward him with an assist. Timeout Elks, down 4, 5:11 to go in the game.
Well, Grant Wallink has not been stuffing the stat sheet tonight, but he has done a lot of really good things on the defensive side, has done a lot of great rebounding and passing. He's found a lot of open scores, and he has a lot of assists tonight, Luke.
That he does, Cole. He's done a very good job. Another check-in on that hockey game over down the road with just about 15 minutes to go in the game. It is 9-1 Oregon. They will skate to their third win and 3 on the season so far. Panthers doing a great job with a lot of players suspended, finding their way to 3-0 nonetheless. That is a team that returned many of their impact players. Almost all of their starters returned. Very few senior starters for the Panther hockey team last year that came up just short in the state championship. Expect that team to find their way back to Capitol Ice Arena in Middleton again. Well, we are well into the second half in that Watertown and Oregon game now. I do presume the Panthers still up quite big, just as they were at the half. That one into Moore. Moore working on Erfurth. Slips and a foul on Nolan Erfurth. Oh, Moore finally made a mid-range jumper, but it was after a foul.
Peyton Moore scored the majority of his points from the line today.
However,
now
finally
not
misses,
continue there.
Was 8 for 8 from the line prior to this. Almost all of his points, and just misses there.
Announcer Jinx helping out the Panthers in this case.
Almost never does. Here's Carvala in the corner. Jab step on Jordan. Working right, Carvala. The floater, no good, but a foul will give Carvala 2 more attempts from the line.
The Elkhorn foul is on Jordan, his third, Elkhorn's fifth. Carvala shooting 2.
Front end from Vaughn. Will fall. Awaiting to check back in is Braden Meinl. He'll take the place of LeBron Jordan.
LeBron Jordan earlier in the half did a great job on clamping down on Vaughn Carvala, but as of late, a couple fouls and he'll take a rest.
Second is good. Back to a 6-point lead for the Panthers. Clock now under 5 to go. Here's Paddock. He works to handle Lytle, or I should say Meinl. Dump off inside, not a Paddock. Spinning on Kreckman. The mid-range is good, and a good shot there from Paddock. Working on the taller defender in Kreckman. Elks letting the refs here. Carvala, straightaway 3, no good. Rebound to Carvala, and he is slapped, or I should say Erfurth is slapped. He'll shoot 2. The Elks are not a fan of Henry Kreckman using the arm there to create a little bit of space. The Elk faithful traveled about an hour and a half. They want to see their team come away with a road W. And we're in a tight one here. Erfurth misses the front end. Don't know what the Elks and what Grant Wallach were doing.
Erfurth has not scored since early in the first half. 4 points to his name.
Can he knock through the back end? No, he cannot. And the rebound will go to the Elks. Nolan Erfurth, not a very good spot-up shooter, and you see it again there at the line. Here's Paddock. He finds Mino. Mino works on Caden Dixon. Active defender for the Panthers. Here's George Alice. Finds Paddock. Paddock thought about the three. They go inside. That one tipped off of Kreckman out of bounds. Moore will inbound. 44-18 is the score of the girls' game right now in Watertown. Panthers, big lead and will improve to 7-0 on the year. Now ranked 5th in the state overall are the the Panther girls.
That's a huge win for the girls, as Watertown, I believe, was near the top or either won the Badger Large Conference last year.
Yeah, they're a good team, but the Panthers just that much better. Kreckman blocking foul will give him 2 free throws. Yeah, your Panther girls, just as we've talked about time and time again, a very good team and finally getting the recognition. Overall 5th in the state and number 3 in Division II right now, or in Division I right now, I should say. So look out for this girls team to make a trip to the Resch Center up in Green Bay. Little delay here in the game, something on the court. Don't know what it is. Maybe here comes the man, the myth, the legend, Parker DeBrew, to give the refs some towels to clean up whatever condensation they found on the court. Game admin and JV2 baseball coach Parker DeBrew, the legend himself, of course, the son of Oregon legend Doug DeBrew, just announcing his retirement from coaching women's cross country. A great career for him and his son. A great baseball coach, a favorite of mine throughout the years. Kreckman knocks through the front end. Now the second will come. Kreck knocks them both through after missing 2 earlier. Redeems himself. Here's George Alice. Was going to try a 3, then he saw the 6'6" Vaughn Carvelo, who's already blocked 1 3 tonight, and thought the better of it. That's a foul on Erfurth. Tipping that one, but just got a bit of Moore's arm, and Moore will shoot 2 more. Check that, he'll shoot a 1-and-1, but let's see.
He missed his last after making his first 8. We'll see what he comes up with here.
Front end will fall. 8 for 9 now from the line. I believe he has 10 or 12. Almost all those points coming from the line. Second now for Moore is good. Panthers, Wallach will try to get back to it quickly, is Carvela, who will bring it across the half court. Looking to slow it down a little bit of the Panthers. We go to Dixon, dump off to Kreckman. Kreckman will work here. Finds Wallach. The give is to Carvela. Carvela thought about a 3, thought the better of it, and will slow it down. Now he drives baseline, spinning, and finds Kreckman. Kreckman size up, passes in the bounce to Erfurth. Erfurth had a pass to Wallach, and instead goes to Kreckman right behind him. Now the dump off to Wallach. Wallach with Moore on him. Moore spinning, and a terrible defensive play from Peyton Moore, allowing Grant Wallach all the space. Don't know exactly what Peyton Moore was doing, but Grant Wallach just one spin, and he's right in front of the basket, wide open for his 8th points of the night.
It won't come much easier for Grant Wallach than that.
Here's a shot from Paddock, no good. Wallach the rebound, and just as Coach Blanke ordered earlier about the baskets inside the paint for Wallach, all 8 of his points coming on field goals inside that 3-point line, which is what Coach Blanke wanted to see. Now a great pass from Wallach, keeping the possession alive for Oregon. George Alice, great defense on Kreckman. Hand off to Carvela, now right back to him. Now they do find Carvela, double comes. It's Wallach. Great job from the Panthers stalling here as the clock goes under 2. Panthers up 6. The give is to Dixon. Dixon has to give it up. He goes to Kreckman. Finds Wallenk. Wallenk drives on Moore and uses the shoulder to get his 10th points of the night. And that is the first double-digit points of Grant Wallenk's varsity career.
Peyton Moore was fired up that he didn't get a call there. He's had a rough night, and he is just livid.
Yeah, rough night for Peyton Moore. Carvala almost again coming up with another steal. Would have most certainly resulted in a big slam on the other end. A missed 3 there from Meinl. Oh, and an errant throw from Wallenk. Upsetted himself. As a sub awaits for the Elks, they do call timeout. Checking in there is Trey Truesdale for the first time since about 12 minutes left in the first half when they did their first line change. Subbing in, we'll see who he takes the place of. Panthers are going to have the same 5 when they come out of the timeout, presumably with 1:24 to go. Panthers tied biggest lead of the night. Grant Wallenk, courtesy of that lead, his last 4 points are the 4 that extended the lead. Guessing it's probably sweat, which is what the Elks are worried about. Of course, in games like this, where especially in close games where you have your top guys running a lot, the Panthers are going to be sweaty. Vaughn Carvala hasn't subbed out the whole half, and he tends to be a sweaty kid. There is a Owen Paddock 3. Panthers lead back within 5. Got to get it across, does Carvala. He will. Quickly ahead, finds Erfith in the corner, who will hold. That probably should have been a foul on George Alice, however, it was not. They give this to Wallenk. Wallenk spinning, goes inside, wide open, right-handed lay. Grant Wallenk working right past his defender and getting to his spot with the score. They give this to Peyton Moore, just gonna try a 3. No good, Peyton Moore. Caden Dixon the rebound to Carvala, and that will essentially do it. Do have to dribble out these last 40. It's Kreckman. Double comes inside to Carvala. He absolutely is fouled. Takes a spill to the floor. Clock under 30. Carvala will shoot 1 and 1.
Well, Luke, before the game started, I talked about Grant Wallenk, how I wanted him to get more involved, and he has. He's had a great game in all aspects of the game, rebounding, passing, and scoring, and on the defensive side. He's truly had a great night, and probably the best game of the season so far for him and his entire varsity career.
Yeah, and you can look at these last 3 or 4 minutes where he's had 6 points to extend the Panther lead. Done a great job getting to his spot and finishing inside. Now has 12 points. All 12 of those points coming inside the painted area. Exactly what the Panthers wanted from him, and he has delivered. 12 points tonight for the senior number 12. Big shoes to fill in that jersey. Of course, the all-conference player of the year last year in the Badger West, Evan Miles. Grant Wallenk, a good friend of his, as are me and you, and big shoes to fill, and Grant doing his best to do so. Just as Evan did, doing it on all facets of the court. Carvala again will shoot 1 and 1, I do believe. Yes, he will. Front end from Vaughn to make it an 8-point lead. Will go. Vaughn's got to be up around 30 tonight again. Another big night from him. A little quieter, as is the total score of the game. However, not as quiet as the score from Fort Atkinson. Panthers finished with a 54-53 win, I believe it was, or 53-52. So have scored about 10 points more than they did in that game. Shot 3 there from the corner is knocked through by Trey Truesdale. Timeout Elks. Lead to 6, 15 to go in the game. Panther student section is filled up quite well considering the hockey game. I'm guessing a lot of those students left the hockey game in a big blowout win for that hockey team and ventured on over to the Oregon High School to watch your boys take on the Elks. So the girls' game has gone final at Watertown High School. Your girls pick up the win, 44-26.
Wow. Another great defensive performance by that Adam Walmsley-led team, or should I say coach team, excuse me.
Another quiet night offensively. One of these times, the Panthers, these girls are going to score like 70 or 80 points, and I wouldn't be shocked. They have a lot of very good scorers on their team, but have gone pretty quiet. I mean, that Milton game and Cuba City, they had well over 70 both games, but haven't cracked 80 yet. And I'm guessing one of these games where they catch a team that, just like it appears Watertown, isn't quite up on par with their skill level, they're going to explode for like a 60 or 70 point win.
Well, it doesn't matter too much when you're holding teams to around 30 points a game, so.
Yeah. Erfer trying to save it, throws it ahead. Nick Jacobs skies Wallenk. Oh, is fouled. Had a chance to get to 14. Wallenk will shoot free throws instead, and a hefty foul. Thaden Forster coming down with that right hand over Carwilla, slapping the heck out of him.
Grant Wolek playing a little tight end towards the end of the football season. Nice little over-the-shoulder grab there to secure the ball.
Love to see it. Attempting to play tight end in college is currently the goal, I do believe. Last I talked, we had put together that tight end film, starting to distribute it. Hopefully the offers are coming in. Wallenk misses the front end, but fortunately does miss them both, so he will stay at 12 in the night. Here is a miss by Georgalis. Put back, no good. Panthers win. Panthers get a dub and get back to 500 on the season. It is 63-57 your final on OCA Media Sports as your Oregon Panthers get a dub at home against the Elkhorn Elks. Well, great game on all ends for the Panthers. Not, of course, the high-powered offense that we saw last year, but a W is a W no matter how it comes.
And they played great on defense. They shut down their best scorer in Peyton Moore, who was very livid at the end of the game after a very frustrating night for him.
Yeah, like we talked about, one of the stories of the night was he, I believe, had 10 points from the free throw line, and probably only had 12 or 14 overall. So for a guy who was their leading scorer and who had played very well all season, that's a great job, and that will give Elkhorn their first loss of the year. Still, of course, had not played any games in their Southern Lake Conference play, but a big confidence booster for this Panthers team that finds themselves at 2-2 overall and 1-1 in conference, and a large game looming ahead on Friday. Your Panthers take on the Waunakee Warriors, of course led by Keaton Friesch, the star player for Waunakee. It'll be him and Vaughn Carvely, you just know, going back and forth. Two players built very similarly, tall, skinny, rack attack kind of guys who I expect that one to be a heck of a show for you guys on OCA Media. And we'll have that one for you on Friday. It's a Friday Night Live and a new little pregame segment. Our very own Ben Baker interviewing, I believe it is going to be Coach Siebert down on the floor before the game. And that one should be exciting, so I would love to have you guys here for that. Hockey team picks up a win. Girls basketball picks up a win. Boys basketball picks up a win. Nothing better you can ask for in Oregon tonight than a sweep of sports. Well, before we leave you, I would like to give another big thank you to my video man tonight, Will Mayo. I am Luke Marx, along with Cole Krueger. Thank you for watching Panther basketball on OCA Media Sports, your home for Panther sports. Have a good night, everybody.